Greetings. Welcome to today's edition of my handcrafted hellos. For today's cards, I'm excited to be painting a wedding congratulations card. My niece in Arizona, Katie, did her vows this week, and I was not able to attend, but I did want to create a card for her. So I'm excited. Today's painting is going to be a little abstract. So imagine the abstract idea of yellow and blue coming together, and they created a new color, which is green. Same for the idea behind the wedding nuptials, right? There's two people come together to become one. So that's why I thought it'd be cool to do this without getting too big into the details and all that. And what I love about doing watercolor is you let the water do what water does. You look at here, I'm adding the blue. And at first I put a dark color, and then I'll come back with the water and let the water create its magic. This is actually one of the things that a lot of people don't like about watercolor, is that when water is involved, it has a life of its own. And for me, that's my favorite part. I love what water does, how it moves the paint either up or down, and if you can manipulate that by either also moving the paper up and down, and getting it to drip or just flow in a certain direction. But what I'm trying to do is just essentially go from a dark colors from the top and the bottom part to kind of resemble water and sky and maybe a sunset or a sunrise. In this case, you would think of a sunrise, since it's a new beginning, right, for the nuptials. So in the middle you have the land, the green. So now I'm putting the green in here, and I add some water to blend it back into the blue. And this will kind of give you just a soft expansion from the green. And I normally, when I paint watercolors, I paint it in sections. I start with the base color, or sometimes even start, if I'm doing something a little more detailed, I'll start with the shadows first. But in this case, it's probably going to be like a one take, other than the ink, because I love to come back and ink it for detail. So here I pretty much, I think this is, I like what it's doing right here, and let it dry up. And here's what we have. Let's see if you notice what the water did. Yeah, just the softness is pretty cool about it. So now I bring in my pen, and so my niece is my brother's baby girl, his little princess, and his little princess essentially is flying away. So what I'm gonna do is draw a bird flying into the sunrise, right, to start a new beginning into the horizon, something for her. So I'm using a really thin ink pen here. I think it's a 0.005 lead, which is really thin, and it allows you to make various strokes before you get too dark. One thing about pen and ink is when you're using pen and ink is it's easy to get really dark, and then it's hard to come back and make the fine line. So I usually start backwards from watercolor. Watercolor, you go from light to dark. You keep adding paint to make it darker. But with pen and ink, you start with the finest line first and kind of do your outlines or your sketches or whatever it is you want to do. And this one is simple. So this I love. I'm I'm loving what it's looking like already here, and quite honestly, I think I'm done. So last thing I usually do, and this reminds me that I'm done, is I sign it. And excited to send it to her, and looking forward to go to Arizona and congratulate the couple. But I can't be there today, so I will send them this card on behalf of her uncle down here in Texas. Thanks for watching, and just remember, a good greeting card in today's digital world goes a long way. A lot of people love to get mail in